So we're going to do the number 5 here. Okay. Here. It just closed up to the right. Okay. And then this number 5, because we have the videos up to 4. Yes. We don't have 5, so let's start with 5, and then which means just we need to ask a question, the user to give us a real number and then print 0, or positive, negative, and add small positive or small negative. And if it's 1,000, 1 million, more than 1 million, then it's large. Yes.
Can you put the demo like the last week?
What do you mean?
I want to write my code.
Because you're going to be typing, might be disturbing. Let me just do that. Week 5, exercise 5, right? So this is the project. Well, this is going to be a very easy one, but I would like to show you something how to display actually not positive small, but small positive and small negative. That's what we'd like to be displaying. So let's just do something quickly. Scanner. Let's get the scanner. Key equal new scanner system.in, and then I have need a double to have this value that I'm going to ask the user to give it to me. So kb.next. Yeah, because I made a mistake. It's called kb, it's just to have next double, and then let's display something. Please enter a number. Well, a floating number is a real number, because even double is a floating number as well, but it's just bigger size. So a floating number means a real number, and I can use a float and I can use double, but I prefer double because float with this problem with the f that I need to deal with. So now I need to just get, if it's 0, display 0, and I'm going to do something like you entered, and then I'm going to display something. And what is that thing? Based on if the value is equal to 0, I'm going to display 0. Else if, now if it's not 0, I'd like to know if it's going to be a positive or a negative. So if the value is just greater than 0, that's a positive. I'm going to display positive, and then else it's a negative. Right? I'm going to ask a question. If it's 0, display 0. If it's greater than 0, that means it's positive. Else, that means it's negative. Now I need to deal with those special cases when it's between 0 and 1. So if it's between 0 and 1, that means if it's greater than 0, and then if it's the value is less than 1, I'm going to display small, right? And else, am I going to always display only small, or just no? What if it's greater than 1 million? Now it can be now between 1 and 1 million. If it's between 1 and 1 million, I'm not going to display anything. So I'll let you put a question here. If the value is greater than or equal, is it greater or equal? Or just greater? What does it say here? Or large if it exceeds 1 million. So if it's greater without the equal, then I'm going to display large. But what if it's not, I mean, it is not going to be above 1 million and it's greater than 1, I'm just going to display positive. And then here, if it's else, just need to also ask a question. If the value, what am I doing this? If the value is what? Because I would like to compare with -1.
Less than 0.
if I'm here, that means I'm not equal to 0 and I'm not greater than 0, so of course I'm less than 0. Now what should I do? If it's greater than -1, that means it's 0.5, point whatever, it's greater than -1, then I'm going to display what? Small. Else, well, there's nothing that mentions if it needs to -1 million it should be large, so I'm not going to. So now if I run this thing, let me try that. If I put 0, it shows 0. I don't want to go back to the line. Let's run it again. If I put 0.5, it displayed positive, small. Well, that doesn't look good. But I'd like to display small positive, but anyway, I'll deal with that later. Now I'm just testing. If I put 5, it's a positive, and if a 1,000,005, it's large positive, positive large, but I'm going to fix that later. Now if it's negative, if it's -0.5, it's negative small, well, small negative, and if it's -5, it's negative. Yes, you had a question. No, you don't have a question. Okay, now I don't want to display this first. So basically I'd like to display not positive small or positive large, a small positive or large positive. Just take this, put it after. Take this, put it after. I'm asking, should I display small or large? Then if I do, I display them and then display the positive. And what I'm going to do, just put them on the line and put a space, because I don't want to have this displayed into different lines. And now this is going to be much neater. If I say, for example, 0, it's 0, but if it's 0.5, it's a small positive, and if it's 5, it's a positive, but 1,000,000 whatever and 5, it's a large positive, which is much better than positive large. And if it's -0.9, so it's small negative, and then if it's whatever, it's a negative. And that's his exercise number 5. Any questions? Now the number 6, and but let's do a separate video for that.